Director General Military Operations Lieutenant General Rajiv Khaibra jointly press conference day dai arutala Pakistan counterpart kange kutagrishe meitende idula details share gurishe gunduprahi ceasefire gane agreement to punchishe holibi edu ceasefire huana hua Pakistan pra agreement to bhangishe dai kan drones India batha karne aro edu gite Indian Army kanbra jawab to dishe Khaibra aru janashe May 12 day aru kota groble thagase ceasefire bor holibi dato India bra clear guru dishi ki aru Pakistan bra ceasefire bhangaile strong reaction dibo India bra
on the 10th of May in the morning, even as we were getting into a huddle to war game the events of the previous night, a routine exercise, I received a message on Hotline from my counterpart in Pakistan seeking my willingness to communicate. Since our initial aim was to strike at terror camps and all our actions in the subsequent days were in response to the intrusions and violations by the Pakistan Air Force and its army, it was decided that I would indeed speak with my counterpart. You are already aware, I've seen it being covered on national television, that my communication with the Pak Dgmo was conducted at 15:35 hours yesterday and resulted in cessation of cross-border firing and air intrusions by either side with effect from 1700 hours 10th of May after he proposed that we cease hostilities. We also decided to further speak on the 12th of May, that's tomorrow, at 1200 hours, to discuss the modalities that would enable the longevity of this understanding. However, disappointingly, and must I add, expectedly, it took only a couple of hours for the Pakistan Army to violate these arrangements by cross-border and across the line of control firing, followed by drone intrusions across the expanse of the Western Front through last night and in the early hours of the morning today. These violations were responded to robustly and dealt with as they must be. We have earlier today sent another hotline message to my counterpart highlighting these violations of the understanding between the DGMOs on the 10th of May and our firm and clear intent to respond to these fiercely and punitively, if repeated tonight, subsequently, or later. In this regard, I must inform all of you that the Chief of Army Staff has earlier today conducted a security review and has granted full authority to our Army commanders for counter-actions in the kinetic domain in case of any violation by Pakistan. In the end, I pay my solemn homage to my 5 fallen colleagues and brothers from the armed forces and civilians who have tragically lost their lives in Operation Sindoor. Our hearts go out to the bereaved families, and we express our solidarity to them in this lifetime and beyond, at this grave juncture in their lives. Their sacrifices shall always be remembered and spoken of in glowing terms by a grateful nation. We have thus far, ladies and gentlemen, exercised, and my colleague Pramod highlighted this, immense restraint, and our actions have been focused, measured, and non-escalatory. However, any threat to the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and safety of our citizens will be met with decisive force.
India aro Pakistan laga majude gundugol homoy aro Indian Navy laga role opore kota kura homoy Vice Admiral A.N. Pramod, Director General Naval Operations Dgmo bra Pakistan ge ekta strict warning dishe aro kushi ki Pakistan side pra aro dangor hamla huile India khan bi iniga dangor jawab dibo aro janashe Pakistan bi bujia se India laga plan do gi ase idu bar Pakistan bra aro hamla kurile Pakistan bi jane India bra kiniga response dibo Vice Admiral A.N. Pramod Prakush.
First of all, as I mentioned, we have quantitative and qualitative edge to deliver a massive blow to our adversary. And we completely dominate in the maritime front. Indian Navy's action is part of the escalation ladder mechanism which we have worked out amongst 3 services. This time, if Pakistan dare take any action, and Pakistan knows it, what we are going to do. जो military होता, our main job is to prevent war and maintain peace and stability. So it is not that our response is a graded response. That means अगर किसी ने किया तो उसको graded उसमें किया जैसे terrorist action हुआ तो what we did is the terrorist action and we destroyed all the terrorist camps. उसके बाद आपने देखा कि उनने थोड़ा सा कोशिश किया तो हमारे एयरफोर्स एंड आर्मी ने क्या किया तो मिलिट्री टारगेट्स हैं उनको उनके ऊपर थोड़ा So our aim is to maintain peace and tell our adversary that you do this and the response will be bloody.